Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping up Suicide Squad today. Hopefully, I've learned some stuff about missions that I don't have to do, missions that I do have to do. So we're gonna be. If you've been watching the streams, I haven't really been having a blast playing the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and this video came across. What the hell's going on here? What is that? This video came across my feed, and I figure we're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna give my opinions on it, and we're gonna see if people agrees with me. Let me see. Let's jump in. Oh wait, hold on. I need to make sure you guys can hear what's happening in the video. So it'd be nice to swap it back over. Yeah, there we go.
Anymore? As if Wayne didn't have enough expensive cars.
So let's talk about this, right? First, we're gonna be breaking down each and every one of these comparisons. Why does the game look worse than Batman Arkham Knight that came out almost 10 years ago? Batman Arkham Knight came out in 2015. We're currently in 2024. So roughly around a decade ago, right? Here's the thing. When you're making a multiplayer game, you have to cut corners. And what do I mean by cutting corners? You cannot render all of this in a multiplayer game because there's a certain level of load that not only does the game have to take into account what it is that your character is doing, but the game also has to take into account everything that the other people that may have joined your session are doing. What exactly they're seeing, their points of view, things that may be going on that you're unaware of, like on the opposite side of the map. So, what do? You add some volumetric fog. I forgot what that setting is called, but there's a setting where things that are closer to you will be more high res, and then things that are further out, like on the horizon, will be low res and have an extremely low polygon count, as to lower the amount of demand on your machine. Yeah, no. The decision to make this game a multiplayer game basically shot itself in the foot in the graphics department. So it was never going to match up to Batman Arkham Knight in any way, shape, or form. Hey, hold on, cuh. That's got to be a mod on the left, right? I don't know. I don't think I played the Harley Quinn DLC for Arkham Knight, so I honestly don't know whether or not that's a mod or that's like a real thing. But I mean, if I was to stop and look at both, I'm going with the one on the left. That's just me. I'm extremely sorry. The other thing I don't like. Movement tech in this game sucks. From the crappy grapple into the crappy boost to Digger Harkness stupid Speed Force gauntlet that's only attached to the bow. Attached to the boomerang. King Shark is the only one whose movement tech is fun because you can actually orient yourself where exactly you want to jump and just launch your body like Lois falling down the steps. And the jetpack that you get as Deadshot also sucks. It doesn't give you the verticality or the movement that you would want from a jetpack. Funnily enough, I think the jetpacks in Starfield are actually better than the one that Deadshot gets in this game. The movement tech is so stiff. Look, look at this movement. Being able to traverse the city at like super high speeds, flying down so that you can get a push off to keep yourself in the air. using the grapple railgun to like attach to something to drag you up to the top of the rooftop so that you can overshoot it and keep on flying high. Fantastic. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't that bad. But somebody said that this game looks like Sunset Overdrive. And I have not been able to get that thought out of my fucking head. In comparison to this, and people are going out their way telling me that I'm crazy for saying that Gotham Knights was actually fun and better than this game, right? Like they're telling me that. But go play Gotham Knights and run around the city and see just how good that Gotham City looks, with people walking around on the street, criminals and gangs doing shit. Like, okay. This game just has so much more atmosphere. Whereas this game has no atmosphere at all. There's no atmosphere. It's just volumetric fog. Just... Oh, is that for Digger's slots? Also, melee combat in this game sucks. I really do think that if you have a system that you worked on 10 years ago, and that system is this, right? That system is this melee system right here, right? That you have this melee system that, for the most part, a good chunk of the fans really did enjoy, even if after about 20 hours it kind of became a little bit repetitive once you became a master of being able to counter people when they attack you. You build on that. You leave this in the game so that people, if they choose to make like melee builds and want to actually combo and beat the shit out of people, they can absolutely do that. And then you add on to that by adding the gunplay that basically also exists in the game as well. Because I don't have any issue with the gunplay. It's fast, and if you know how to use your special abilities, it's super quick. It can be fun. It can be really, really brutal. But the fact that melee is just boring in comparison to what we had before, it's a shame. It's a big shame. That's all you basically get. You get like the regular melee attack that can break people's shields, and then you get special melee attacks later on that apply like status debuffs, but then they go on like super long cooldowns. Ugh. So bad. Which is another thing, which is when enemies are low, typically in other games when they get to like, what's his health at? No, his health is still at half. Let's wait until he gets like really low. When they get to about right there, usually a prompt will pop over their head that's like, hey, would you like to execute this enemy to get like special rewards? Game doesn't have that. It doesn't have instant executes. Everybody has a health bar. Like imagine the gunplay that this game brings to the table with this combat system. What? It'd have been a perfect game. It'd have been fantastic. Like, how do you create this type of combat system with these with these combos and countering timers and things along those lines? Like, how do you create this type of system and then completely abandon it for the way in which melees work in Suicide Squad? Oh yeah, no. If this is a water comparison, water was never going to be the same. The amount that it requires to process like really good looking water, hell no. That water, unless that water is a main focal point of the game, that water was going to be low tier. It's going to be low tier trash. Because I'll bet money Arkham Knight's water looks fucking fantastic. Here it comes, and there it is. Look at that ocean. Look at Gotham Bay in Arkham Knight, a game that came out 10 years ago. What? Fucking insane. Crazy. All that volumetric fog for no reason. And it's like, oh, it's only volumetric fog way out there on the shoreline for stuff that's probably just placeholder images. Oh my god, you make two? I'm not gonna watch the other one because that's even from like a few years absolutely fucking before that. But no, yeah, that's legitimately insane. Um, once we beat the game, we'll do a review. But yeah, this game isn't. This game ain't up to snuff. And it's like I said before, I really don't see an avenue where this game ends up being as good as they hope it's going to be. I really do think that this game is going to flop. I said it before yesterday on stream that only like 7,000 people, I think, peaked for online for this game's launch on Steam. That's insane. That's absolutely fucking insane. For a Rocksteady Batman game, somebody over at Rocksteady right now is shitting bricks because if this game flops, they're gonna get purchased by either Microsoft or Sony, and they really only have themselves to blame.